What if I told you that right now, as you're watching this, someone just like you, same income, same expenses, is building wealth 437% faster than you are? Not because they're smarter, not because they have more willpower, but because they made one simple decision 5 years ago that you haven't made yet. Here's the brutal truth. You've probably tried budgeting. You've downloaded the apps. You've promised yourself this month will be different. And by day 12, you're back to your old habits, checking your account and wondering where the money went. Sound familiar? The problem isn't you. The problem is that you're using discipline, the most unreliable tool in finance, to fight against a system designed to take your money. Today, I'm going to show you why the wealthiest 1% never rely on discipline, and how automation can make you wealthy while you sleep, scroll, or binge-watch Netflix. Stay with me because in the next, you're about to discover the exact system that turns average earners into millionaires without willpower, without suffering, and without ever thinking about money again. Let's go. Let me tell you about Sarah and Michael. Both 28, both making $75,000 a year in Denver. Both want to retire early, travel, and not stress about money. Sarah reads every finance book. She tracks every expense in a spreadsheet. Every Sunday night, she plans her budget for the week. She's disciplined. She's motivated. Michael, he set up 3 automatic transfers 5 years ago and literally forgot about them. Fast forward to today, Sarah has $18,000 saved. Michael has $127,000. Here's your second most valuable secret right now. Discipline is a finite resource. Science proves it. Every decision you make during the day drains your willpower tank. By 7 p.m., after you've resisted the donut at work, held back from snapping at your coworker, and forced yourself to hit the gym, you've got nothing left. That's when the $47 DoorDash order happens. That's when you click Buy Now on Amazon. But here's the catch. Knowing this secret isn't enough, because even if you understand that discipline fails, you still need to know how to build the system that works without discipline. That's the final piece, and that's what the ultra-wealthy figured out decades ago. So what happened next? Well, Michael didn't just get lucky. He understood something about human psychology that most people miss entirely. Section 1. The Discipline Delusion. Here's what nobody tells you. Discipline is like a muscle that gets exhausted. Stanford researchers found that people make over 35,000 decisions every single day. Every single day. Every time you decide, should I buy this coffee or should I transfer money to savings, you're burning mental energy. And by the end of the week, your discipline muscle is completely fried. Think about it. You wouldn't go to the gym and expect to deadlift 300 pounds with no sleep, no food, and after running a marathon, right? So why do we expect our brains to make perfect financial decisions after 8 hours of work stress, family drama, and scrolling through Instagram ads designed by billion-dollar companies to make you spend? A 2023 study tracking 10,000 Americans found that people who relied on discipline to save money failed 88% of the time within 90 days. 88%! Those aren't bad people. Those are normal humans fighting against their own biology. You're not weak. You're not lazy. You're just human. And humans weren't designed to resist temptation 24/7. If you've ever felt like a failure because you broke your budget again, that shame you feel, that's not on you. That's on a system that told you discipline was enough. But here's where it gets interesting. While you're exhausting yourself trying to be disciplined, there's a group of people who never think about money at all. Section 2. How the wealthy think about money. Spoiler, they don't. Let me share something that blew my mind when I started working with ultra-high net worth clients. Warren Buffett doesn't wake up every day and decide whether to invest. Jeff Bezos doesn't manually transfer money to his retirement accounts. They set up systems decades ago, and then they forgot about them. The wealthy automate everything. Investments? Automatic. Savings? Automatic. Bill payments? Automatic. Charitable giving? Automatic. They've removed money decisions from their daily lives entirely. Their money moves before their brain even wakes up. Here's the math. If you're making 35,000 decisions a day, and even 10 of those are financial decisions, that's 3,650 opportunities per year to screw up. Multiply that by 30 years, you're looking at 109,500 chances to derail your financial future. But automation? 0 decisions, 0 failures, 0 regrets. Vanguard studied 5 million retirement accounts and found that people who automated their 401k contributions saved 217% more over 20 years than people who manually contributed. Same people, same incomes, different system. You know that Sunday night anxiety where you're staring at your bank account trying to figure out if you can afford to save this month? Imagine never feeling that again. Okay, so automation works, but most people set it up completely wrong, which is why they quit after 3 months. Let me show you the right way. Section 3, the pay yourself first system. Here's the biggest mistake people make. They try to save what's left over at the end of the month. Spoiler alert, there's never anything left over. Write this down. The golden rule of automation: pay yourself first, everyone else second. Here's how it works. Step 1. The day your paycheck hits, not 2 days later, not when you get around to it, the same day, money automatically moves to emergency fund, 20% of income, retirement account, 15% of income, investment account, 10% of income. Step 2, now you live on what's left, not the other way around. Here's a real example. Meet James, software engineer in Austin making $95,000. He automated $2,375 per month the day he gets paid. That money disappears before he can touch it. He lives on the remaining $5,542. In 5 years, he saved $142,500. Plus investment returns, he's sitting on $178,000. His colleague David makes the same salary. He saves what's left. In 5 years, he has $11,000. Same job, same city, same income, different system. Remember that feeling when you find $20 in your old jacket, that tiny hit of joy? Imagine that feeling, but it's $178,000, and it happened while you were living your life. But here's where most people panic. I can't afford to save 45% of my income. Let me show you why that's actually easier than you think. Section 4, the lifestyle inflation trap. Let's talk about the biggest wealth killer in America, lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, your brain goes, finally, I can afford that nicer apartment, that new car, those weekend trips. Within 3 months, you're spending every penny of that raise, sometimes more. Harsh truth. The average American making $50,000 spends $49,200. The average American making $150,000, they spend $148,000. More income, same broke. This is why doctors making $300,000 are living paycheck to paycheck. This is why NFL players making millions go bankrupt. Income isn't the problem. Automation is the solution. Here's the system. Here's what the wealthy do differently. Every time they get a raise, bonus, or windfall, 50% of it goes straight into automated savings before they touch it. Got a $10,000 bonus? $5,000 goes to investments automatically. The other $5,000? Go nuts. Buy the thing. Take the trip. You earned it. Emma's story. She started at $55,000 in 2019. Every raise, every bonus, she automated 50% into her Vanguard account. By 2024, she's making $87,000. But here's the magic. She still lives like she makes $71,000. And the difference? It's been invisibly building wealth. Her account today, $94,000, and she didn't feel deprived once. You know that fear that you'll never have enough? That anxiety that keeps you awake at 3 a.m.? Automation kills that fear because it forces your money to work while your brain sleeps. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but what if I have an emergency? Good question. Let's talk about the safety net nobody teaches you. Section 5, the 3-account system. Most people have one checking account where everything lives together. Bills, fun money, savings, chaos. It's like trying to cook a 5-course meal in one pot. Technically possible, practically a disaster. The wealthy use 3 accounts. Account 1, the spending account, where your paycheck lands, pays your bills automatically, covers daily expenses. This is your living money. Account 2, the freedom account, high-yield savings, emergency fund, 6 months of expenses. This is your I won't panic money. Automated deposits every paycheck. You never touch this unless it's a real emergency, and no, a sale at Target doesn't count. Account 3, the wealth account, investment account, retirement, 401k, IRA, brokerage account for long-term growth. This is your future you is rich money. Automated investments in index funds. You don't touch this until retirement. Quick action steps. Here's what you do today. 1. Open a high-yield savings account. Marcus, Ally, whoever gives you 4% plus. 2. Set up automatic transfer, $500 per month the day after payday. 3. Open a Vanguard or Fidelity account. 4. Auto-invest $300 per month into a target date fund. Done. That's it. You just built a system that works for the next 30 years. You know that paralysis you feel when looking at your finances? That overwhelm that makes you close the app and pretend everything's fine? This system deletes that feeling entirely. But automation isn't just about saving, it's about something even more powerful that nobody talks about. Section 6, the psychology of out of sight, out of mind. Here's a mind-bending truth. You can only spend money you can see. When you check your checking account and see $3,000, your brain says, I'm rich, let's order sushi. But if that account only shows $800 because $2,200 automatically moved to savings, your brain says, better cook at home tonight. Science. Behavioral economists call this mental accounting. Your brain treats different buckets of money differently, even though it's all your money. MIT ran a study. They gave people $1,000. Group A got it in their checking account. Group B got $500 in checking, $500 auto-transferred to savings. After 90 days, Group A had $120 left. Group B had $890 left. Same people, same money, different visibility. Real example. My client Marcus used to spend every penny he made. $180,000 salary, 0 savings. We set up automation. 40% of his income disappeared the day he got paid. 6 months later, I asked him if he felt deprived. His response? Wait, when did we start this? I didn't even notice. He had saved $43,000 without thinking about it once. The powerful truth. The money you don't see is the money you don't spend. Automation makes you wealthy by making you blind to your own wealth until it's too big to ignore. That constant calculator running in your head, can I afford this? Should I buy this? Automation shuts it off. You already paid yourself. Everything left is guilt-free. But now, here's where most people mess this up, and it's not what you think. Section 8, the big automation mistakes and how to avoid them. Okay, real talk. Automation is powerful, but if you set it up wrong, you'll quit in 2 months and go back to being broke. Let me save you from the 3 biggest mistakes. Mistake number 1, automating too much too fast. You're excited. You automate 60% of your income. Day 15 hits, you're eating ramen, and you cancel everything. The fix? Start with 10% total. Live with it for 30 days, then increase by 5% every quarter. By year 2, you're at 35%, and you didn't feel the squeeze. Mistake number 2, not automating bills first. You automate savings, forget about bills, overdraft your account, and rage quit the whole system. The fix? Automate in this order. 1. Bills, rent, utilities, insurance. 2. Minimum debt payments. 3. Emergency fund. 4. Retirement. 5. Investments. In that order. Mistake number 3, never checking your automation. You set it and literally forget it. Your rent goes up, your subscriptions multiply, and suddenly you're overdrafting. The fix? Once a quarter, that's 4 times a year, spend 30 minutes reviewing. Are my transfers still working? Do I need to adjust amounts? Can I increase savings now? Real example. Jessica automated everything perfectly, but she never checked it. Her gym charged her twice. Her streaming services stacked up. She overdrafted twice before catching it. Cost of those mistakes? $380 in fees. Cost of a quarterly 30-minute review? $0 and peace of mind. Automation isn't set and forget forever, it's set and check occasionally. You're still in control, you're just not relying on your tired, overworked brain to make 10,000 micro decisions. So we've covered the system, but here's the transformation moment when automation goes from nice idea to life-changing reality. Section 9. The compound effect. Your future self will thank you. Let's talk about the moment everything clicks. You're 35, you've been automating for 10 years. You open your investment account, something you rarely do, and you see a number that makes you blink twice. $287,000. You didn't hustle for it. You didn't sacrifice your life for it. You literally forgot it was happening. The math. If you're 25 and you automate just $500 per month into an S&P 500 index fund, at 35, you have $102,000. At 45, you have $380,000. At 55, you have $1,020,000. And at 65, you have $2,640,000. That's not a typo. That's compound interest meeting automation. That's what happens when you remove emotion from the equation. Comparison. Your friend who saves when they can? Maybe they hit $180,000 by 65 if they're lucky. You're a millionaire 2.6 times over. Look, I know you're tired of feeling behind. I know you're exhausted from trying to be disciplined and failing. I know you look at wealthy people and wonder what they know that you don't. Here's the secret. They don't know more. They just built better systems. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're just using the wrong tool for the job. Discipline is a hammer. Automation is a power drill. Stop making your life harder than it has to be. If this video helped you see money differently, if you're finally ready to stop relying on willpower and start building wealth on autopilot, do me a favor. Drop a comment below and tell me which account you're setting up first. I read every single one, and I'm genuinely rooting for you. Your future self is watching this moment right now, hoping you'll make the choice that changes everything. Don't let them down. Now go automate your future.